I want to make this statement very clear. And I want to say this, that what has happened today, it's something that I want to say that it is unacceptable. And I want to say this, that Rashid Echesa has become a nuisance in the community, has become jambaz, has become someone who feels that is above the law. And it's like the security in Kakamega County in general, and with a lot of respect, that they don't want to take action. We saw recently what he did in Matungu. No action was taken. We saw even at Lekoe where he was attacking people with his goons, and those boys were not arrested. Arresting, harassing people alongside and around the Shibale, between there. No action was being taken. And he has been talking to the youth, trying to incite the youth in various meetings. No police has been taking action. And the guy seems like he's above the law. I want to say this, that today what has happened, that he has gone and burned down 50 acres of land of cans of Mumias Sugar nuclears. And nothing has happened. No action has been taken. Mimi nataka niambie the security people who are there, we want action. We want Rashid to be arrested and necessary action to be taken against him. We cannot live with people who doesn't fear the rule of law. And I want to say that if the police are not going to take the action, mimi nimekuwa Nairobi, narudi ground. Kama yeye anajidai kuna mabunduki, pia mimi am a licensed gun owner. Na pia mimi niko na vijana, na pia mimi niko na jipanga. Then tufesiane na yeye one on one, tuone. Mimi si governor baraza ambayo wanapigana pale. Mimi nikikuja yangu itakuwa ni another story. We'll be talking about different story. So we want to tell Rashid Echesa that your days are numbered. My brother, our people have suffered enough, and you're not going to be allowed to take them for granted. Enough is enough. It's enough. Enough is enough. And it's now in the hands of the security personnel to take action before we start to deal with you like a goon. And the goons will be meeting, and you will not like it. And I had decided that I don't want any more drama. Right now I'm a national leader. I want to talk about, but now because you have touched on the heartbeat of our people, let me come back on Friday. Thank you so much. Let's meet Rashid with you. Umbwa wewe. It is very easy to
I guess wanachoma aje tu miwa. Ni what's the game? Jimmy sielewi hata. Saa 7 kaa jua iko juu.
PK alituma mfanyakazi wake, PA wake ambaye anaitwa Atenya. Atenya alikuwa hapo Mumias saa 6:30 na mchana, na akapigia hata mmoja wa watu wangu kumuuliza mimi niko pande gani. Na huyu mmoja wa watu wangu akuja akaniambia mtu fulani amenipigia simu na mimi hajawahi nipigia simu, but for the first time amenipigia simu. Walikuwa wanataka kujua mimi niko kwa gani ndio waende wafanye ulagai wa kuchoma miwa za kampuni. Miwa hizi wakati zinaanza kuungua, PK Nairobi ashajua miwa zinaungua, mimi niko hapa Shibale sijui kama miwa zinaungua. Mnasikia vizuri? Na mimi nimeambia vitengo vya serikali, hatutakubali viongozi kutumia watu wetu kufanya ulagai. Nimeambia DCI, kijana mwenye anaitwa Atenya, nimepeana namba yake kwa DCI wachunguze, kwa sababu PK mwenyewe ameconfess ya kwamba yeye ndiye alituma huyo kijana kwenda kuchukua video vile miwa zimeungua. Na PK amesema alituma huyo kijana saa 11:30. Na mimi na challenge serikali, naambia serikali Atenya alikuwa pale Shibale saa 6:30. Mnanielewa? Kwa hivyo tunataka tujue Yule PK alituma saa 11:30 na mimi mwenye niliambiwa alikuwa hapo saa 6:30. Ni nini alikuwa anafanya? Ninyi mnanielewa? Sasa wameanza propaganda. Ati Rashid, my friend, mimi niko na capacity. Nikitaka kuchoma hii nuclear, nitachoma hii nuclear yote. Hapana kwenda kuchoma kakota ka nuclear hapa alafu nanaambia ati Rashid amechoma nuclear. Please, give me a break. Mimi nimezaliwa hapa nyumbani na haki ya watu wangu, hata mfanye nini, hata mlete vitisho, haki ya watu wangu itasimama jameni. Hiyo vitisho mimi msinilete. Mama.
Bunge, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to BAV. This is Bunge Audio Visual. Yeah, so you've watched the video and I think you've seen the level of frustration that the member of parliament from Mumias East, that is Peter Kalero Salasya, aka PK Salasya, was able to address the nation regarding what ex-CS, sports CS Rashid Echesa did at Nucleus plantation in Mumias Sugar. So basically today I'm going to talk about the Mumias Sugar incident and the reason as to why Mumias Sugar might have been burnt down. The Mumias Sugar plantation, that is Nucleus, might have been burnt down, and some of the aftermath of the kind of choice Rashid Echesa made, that is the former CS of sports. So welcome back to this show, and today we are diving deep into a heated and controversial incident that has rocked the Wanga community in Kakamega County. So we're going to talk about the aftermath of the shocking event involving a former sports cabinet secretary, Rashid Echesa, who is being accused of orchestrating chaos in Mumias Sugar plantations. As you've heard, PK Salasya said that under the first video of the sugarcane plantation, kumekuwa na various people in the background of the video saying that Rashid Echesa had sent goons to destroy the 50-acre plantation of sugarcane. That was around 1 a.m. Yeah, usiku, wakati wa usiku. That was around 1 a.m. And for me, I will say that this is the highest level of impunity by any government. Because what do I mean by impunity? By impunity, I mean that it's actually an exemption from punishment or freedom from the injurious consequences of an action. For instance, let us assume that there were people living around the sugarcane plantation. We've got some estates there. We've got various parts of the plantation where we've got some people settling having some various kinds of settlements around. We've got the managerial settlement plan. We've got so many other plans. So what do I mean by impunity? What I mean by impunity is that Rashid Echesa has served in Uhuru's government, but he has reached a point, he has tried to act in a very, very he hasn't seemed to observe decorum in the way he's trying to address issues, in the way he's trying to respond to his political opponents, like the likes of Fernandez Barraza, the current governor of Kakamega County. Back then, the last 2 weeks, we saw the goons of Rashid Echesa and the goons of the hired goons of Fernandez Barraza from Kakamega were involved in a skirmish, and most of the goons from Baraza's side were actually injured, and some of them ended up losing their dear lives, which is a very, very unfortunate event. But I'll say that after this sad incident happened, there was no legal action that was taken by the authorities. That means that there was some sort of quid pro quo, because they might have compromised those in authority. They might have compromised the police service. They might have compromised whoever was supposed to take a legal action against the kind of activities that were witnessed at the former chief's funeral. So let me continue with whatever I'm talking about. So the video that I've seen that was posted by the Mumias East member of parliament, that is Peter Salasya, has gone viral, showing the aftermath of what is being described as a deliberate act of distraction. And allegations are flying that allegations are already flying, and emotions are high, and the people are demanding action. So the question of the day is, what really happened, and who is responsible, and what does this mean for the people of Mumias Sugar and the sugar industry at large? So let's take a deep dive. So according to the member of Mumias East, that is Peter Salasya, he says that he claims that Rashid Echesa has become a menace in the Wanga community and is being accused of organizing a group of youth to set the 50-acre piece of land of the Nucleus sugar plantation belonging to Mumias Sugar And Salasya is actually not mincing his word. He has even threatened to personally arrest Echesa if the authorities don't act. Because Salasya amekuwa na tag the OCPD Mumias East and the OCPD Mumias West. He has tagged the OCS Mumias East and the OCS Mumias West. Mumona pia amekuwa able to tag the county commander and the regional commander of Western Region and the county commander of Kakamega County. But it doesn't stop there. He has further alleged that Echesa and his men have been terrorizing the community, attacking people with pangas and machetes and rungus, and causing widespread fear. And what's even more alarming, he claims this isn't just a random violence. He says Echesa is being funded by sugar cartels, specifically the Rai cartel of West Kenya, to paralyze operations at Mumias Sugar. You all know that Mumias Sugar imekuwa ikitumika na watu wengi sana kufanya siasa. Most of the politicians come to Western Kenya, they try and endear themselves with the electorates by trying to say that they are going to revive the Mumias Sugar Company, which at some point ilikuwa inasaidia wase wengi sana in the western part of Kenya to actually earn a living by selling their products to the company and by earning dividends depending with the kind of investment that put in that particular factory. But it had reached a point that most of the people actually lost their jobs, and the only way most of the politicians saw that could be able to ensure that they actually get familiar or endear themselves to the electorate is by giving false promises of reviving the sugar company after Kidero led to its shutdown. So where do we go from there? The big question is, will the authorities act? And now that Salasya has called on law enforcement from the regional commander to the local OCS, demanding immediate action, then if that is what is true, if that's what he's saying is true, this is no longer a political rivalry because it's a security threat. Remember, if you organize a gang of youth who are male in nature and you actually organize them to come and vandalize some properties or rather destroy some properties, it means that you are already organizing a terrorist group which is against the constitution. You are a mob boss. You are a leader of a terrorist group, and that poses as a very, very great threat towards the security of the country, and it means that such a person should face the full force of the law. But on the flip side, we also have to ask, where is Echesa's story, because at the moment we haven't really gathered enough evidence to show that this is actually the kind of act, that the kind of evil deed that actually happened at Mumias Sugar plantation wasn't actually orchestrated by Rashid Echesa, because we've gathered no evidence to show that this is actually Rashid as the one who was actually the mastermind behind the burning of the plantation. For now, it's just allegations, but we haven't yet gotten any full proof. And there was also another question, that could there be more to this than meets the eye, because we need an official statement and an investigation and ultimately justice for the people affected, because most of the people actually have invested in those areas, and they really need to be compensated, because this is something that is going to affect their family and their closest dependents at large. So at the end of the day, we also need to understand that Western Kenya's sugar industry has been through enough, and that the farmers, the workers, and the community deserve peace and stability, and that no political battles and chaos should actually be brought before them, because this is not just about Echesa or Salasya, it's about the future of the entire region, because most Western Kenya is the one that made Mumias Sugar to become the largest producer of sugar in Africa, after Kenana company in Sudan. So I don't know what you think, but I think, as for me, I think what we need to work on at first is to do away with this level of impunity that is actually being embraced in our country, because you find there is a place where somebody comes, because he's a politician, he can be able to harm people, he can be able to perform treasonous offenses, or rather perform malice to the citizens, but ultimately he'll end up getting away with it, which is very, very unfortunate, because we have a constitution and we operate as per the needs of the constitution. We don't operate just because we have got the power to do whatever we want, but because nobody is above the law. So we all need to operate under or as per the constitution. So I I think I'll just call that the end of the end of today's episode, because I don't really have so much to say, because at the moment we haven't gathered enough evidence to show that Rashid Echesa is actually the man behind this Arson of the plantation, because you also need to understand that Mumias Sugar, we've been having quite a number of what do I call rivalry wars of we've got wars between sugar cartels. We've got the Rai family on the other side that is controlling West Kenya, and we've got the government which is actually controlling Mumias Sugar. Remember, the West Kenya company is a private firm, and on the other side, Mumias Sugar was actually was a public company, meaning that they're actually trying to keep one company must survive. For one company to actually make enough profit, it means there must be another company must fall somewhere. That is how these guys think. They think that for them to actually maximize the profit, they must be able to paralyze their opponent. So I don't know, because Rashid Echesa apparently it's alleged that he's getting bribes from the Rai family so as to kill the Mumias Sugar company. So I don't know. For now, I don't know. But what I can say is that let's wait and see how things unfold, because I don't know what's going to unfold. But one thing I know is that PK Salasya is a man to watch. This is a man who is actually ambitious. This is a no-nonsense guy, and that I don't know what to say. Let us just wait and see. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this developing story. So until next time, stay informed and stay safe. What I would also like to say that anytime you feel that there is somebody trying to bring you down, the best thing you can ever do as an individual, rather as a man, is not fighting back, because greatness, or rather real true strength, isn't revealed in retaliation, but it's revealed in restraint. So I'd rather a person I will be happy if a person walks away or doesn't tolerate the kind of drama that his opponent brings, just to ensure that just to pass a message that he isn't at the same level as his opponent. So I think the best thing here is not to walk, is not to fight back. But since it's politics, and you know the way the politics of this country actually operates, everybody wants to show how the level of everybody will like to fight back, just to show the level of power, or the kind of what do you call, the kind of, everybody would like to show the kind of protection he or she has, so as to ensure that he stays in power, or rather to I don't know what to say. But kila kitu yenye msana anafanya kwa hii country, especially politicians, most of them would rather fight back instead of just walking out of that political situation, because you know everybody is trying to show how powerful he is, so as to remain dominant and relevant as far as matters concerning politics is concerned. So stay tuned for more updates, and that's it for today.